Welcome, everybody. It's your boy, the Versace Stoner, with another episode of VSW. And tonight, we're talking about NCW's WrestleFest 16, happening November 12th, 2021, in Dedham, Massachusetts. Let's give our buddy Disabled Wolf a call and see if he's ready to preview the action.
Hello, Versace.
Disabled Wolf here.
This purple
What
heat.
is going on, Disabled? I was just telling all the lovely fans about WrestleFest coming at us November 12th, 2021 in Dedham, Massachusetts. It is the 16th WrestleFest. By NCW. It's going to be a tremendous night of wrestling action. I can't wait for you to break down this card for me, and we can really just discuss NCW wrestling. If you want to know the truth, one of the major reasons I started this whole podcast was just to cover NCW.
Absolutely, Versace. And it is a great promotion for beginners and veterans alike.
Oh, it sure is. JC Marks does a great job. And
Absolutely.
it's just fun to
Always a
be
fun
at, and
time. Kids love being there.
and I love it how they did it this time with the VIP package. You get the shirt, you get the
Poster.
poster. You can have all your favorite wrestlers sign it at the intermission, and better yet, you get to pick your seat. This is kind of how it was for XPW. We got to pick our seat in advance, and the only thing that was different, honestly, was that XPW gave us this little VIP lanyard. I don't think NCW is given the lanyard, but we are getting the T-shirt, we are getting the poster, and we are getting to pick our seats, which we already did. So I can't wait to really kick this off.
I can't either, Versace. It is a great time, and the Big City Rumble was one of my favorite events of the year. And I hope they can capitalize this momentum towards 2022.
Most definitely. I mean, unfortunately, after Big City Rumble, we had other engagements throughout every other NCW event that took place. Um, it's a sad state of affairs. We just weren't able to make it, unfortunately. And this never happens because usually I'm able to make almost every single NCW event. This
But
year it's
like
been a little
we talked
difficult due to scheduling, but I'm hoping in 2022 scheduling changes and things open up and things just, go back to being a little bit easier for us at the VSW podcast.
because I want to try to make as much Dedham shows as possible and even go to a Rhode Island show or two next year.
Oh, yeah. But why don't you jump right into the first match, shall you?
Absolutely. So this is an open challenge match. Amane Chaos of Higher Society has cordially invited Paris Van Dale and Gal Barricade to step up and make an impact, which is the Entourage Open Challenge. All three of these people are prospects of New England Pro Wrestling Academy, and they all have blossoming potential, all three of them. So I wonder who steps up and accepts this challenge, Versace.
I'm not really sure, but on Monte Chaos, I first saw Higher Society, I first saw them debut right before the pandemic at that ballroom
Blitz.
the ballroom blitz there, that match at the season opener. We saw Paris Van Dale enter that. We saw Monte Chaos ringside. We saw them all part of Scrungy Squad at the time, and they were Little Mean Kathleen, Becca, and um, Higher Society. That is who formed the original Scrungy Squad in NCW. I'm not really sure who's going to step up to this open challenge, though. All these people are great. So, I mean, what are your thoughts?
My thoughts is they're all really great, but looking at that card that's not advertised, I know they're going to be busy later in the night. Maybe the team of Brad Cashew and the Smoke Show, Ricky Smokes. That's a good step up challenge for Fire Society.
It is, it is. But would they run heel versus heel?
Maybe they do the Hispanic mechanics.
That could happen.
Or
That
maybe
could
the
happen
return
indeed.
of PDAC and Steven Lust, the Middlesex Express.
Little Giants?
That could be possible. They're not advertised yet.
Little Giants is another great tag team that NCW has brought out. Maybe a throwback. Maybe we see Perry Von Vicious and Tomahawk.
Maybe I would love to see, or even debut Bison though.
Yeah, probably now they would bring him back out as Mad.
But if Bison's there, maybe the Sea Stars will make a surprise appearance.
Wouldn't that be something?
JT Dunn came back in the Rumble, so
Ooh, I mean that's another opportunity. What if we see JT and Trigger OG, the unit,
eh. Well, it's a step up challenge, so it's got to be someone bigger.
bigger than them?
Yeah, I'm just saying someone like the unit or like a Cashew or Smokes. Maybe Hispanic Mechanics. Like I said, they won the inaugural Proving Ground Championships.
Yes, they have. We'll just have to wait and see who does this. This is a lot of tag teams that could jump in.
Maybe it's Lee and Nix if they've reconciled yet.
I don't know. Not really sure.
Ready to move on, Versace.
I sure am.
A body bag match. Maybe shades of Darby Allin will come into play. Tim Lennox versus the Undertaker CPA.
Who is it?
Tim Lennox versus CPA the Undertaker.
Oh, that's going to be a great, great matchup. CPA
He's
Nick Stapp.
he's kind of a mix of Michael Scott and the Undertaker.
More like IRS than The Undertaker. He is, definitely transformed from that baby, BB girl attitude that he had earlier on in the pandemic. He's back to his CPA style, and he is better than ever. I wasn't too thrilled with his match with Tim Kilgore.
Kilgore.
I thought it was a little sloppy.
That's Kilgore. What do you expect?
I don't know, not one of my favorite wrestlers on the show, but that's neither here nor there. Um, he is original, and I just wasn't expecting. I would have rather them see them in a match, not just singing. But I've seen Nick Stapp fight plenty of other places as well as CPA, and he has crushed it. I'm very excited for this match. I think he's going to bury him Lennox alive. I mean, Lennox is a madman, though. Don't get me wrong.
We saw him in that match with Lumberjake right before the Big City Rumble.
We did, and they were brutally beating on each other. But
Absolutely. Like, this guy likes to smack people around.
he
He
does.
also
But
likes to be ruthless with his opponents.
CPA is smart. He has a brain. He knows how to use it.
Absolutely.
Personally,
Unlike
I
someone we know, Versace.
I think is I think it's gonna be CPA. Honestly, I just think he's gonna pull it off. I think he can. I think he will.
I
I just
honestly
want, but to
think
be honest with
Lennox
you, I just
is a
want to see somebody be put in the bag and zipped up. I haven't seen that since the house show that I went to, and I want to say 1991 when I saw the Undertaker face some unknown person, and he came out with Paul Bearer. He beat him, pile drived him, and put him in the body bag and
You do
dragged
see
him out of the
Darby
arena.
Allin from time to time on AEW carry around the body bag, though.
Yes, but I'm talking live, Disabled. Live and in person. You understand? Not on
Now I
TV.
do, Versace.
Now you understand. Good, good. But yes, this will be a great matchup, and I'm really excited for it. Let's move on, though, shall we?
Absolutely. Here is a tag team challenge. You got the heavy hitters Shay Cash and Frank Champion versus the Hood Shay Cash with Kevin Castro.
So you got a bunch of. You got one big stable that kind of broke up here.
Oh, big time. I can't picture Davey and Shay being separate.
No, I mean, these guys are inseparable um with your buddy Castro. You know, he's one of your favorite NCW
Him
persons.
and John Alba have really made a huge laughter for the heel and crazy tactics throughout the pandemic for me, Versace.
Oh yeah, they most certainly have. And, you're always talking Castro. Even randomly, you'll just talk Kevin Castro. It's great.
He's a
He,
sick fuck for what he tried to do in the GoFundMe. That was so brilliant, hilariously brilliant.
oh yeah, oh yeah. But oh, I can see all the people are up and out now. It's 10:33 at night. I just got a good message. Kind of made me laugh a little bit. It's gonna be a long night, Disabled, if I can tell you that much. But
Oh, yeah. I cannot wait to move on from that end of it someday.
oh yes, oh yes. But so now you got who else here? Now you got Shay and Frank Champion.
Oh, yeah.
Now
Yep.
you got to remember though, in Proving Ground, he turned on him.
I remember that at the Big City Rumble. They all kind of turned on each other when Castro thought he won was ended up tossing Shay out.
Oh, he did, and
And
they actually facing each other at PG's December show.
I know in an alternate universe.
So I'm kind of wondering if maybe they all turn once again on Frank Champion.
Maybe they do. Maybe so Derek Simonetti, who helps out with NCW, can get people ready for the December 4th. We cannot wait to go to that one.
Oh, that's another great show, and we will be talking about that as more matches are being announced. So far, we've only seen two. Mike Montero defending the title against Karini Mink, who well, the last time we saw her, she gave a tremendous performance at KPW's Rage in the Cage out in Tiverton, Rhode Island.
Isn't that match coming next week?
It is. It might actually be out this weekend. I heard from somebody from the KPW bandwagon that produces the films. They were like, we're gonna try to release a next match this weekend, and I'm like, okay. They want us to commentate again. On actually, they asked us if we
I
wouldn't
heard your
mind.
good friend Brian actually ring announce. He always tries to avoid me, Versace.
He does. He never wants to hang out with you. He's another one. But yeah, the KPW owners and founding fathers asked us if we could announce commentate this match as well, and I said we would be more than happy to. So we will be doing that at some point as well, and then that will be up for the people to see. But yes, that those matches, Karini Mink versus Mike Montero and Frank Champion versus Shay Cash, is announced so far for that December show. But so far in this universe, we have them teaming up, and you know what? I am a big fan of the heavy hitters. They're
I
way
am too,
over.
Versace.
I'm a big fan of Shay. Always have been.
Shay's a very intimidating badass.
He
He
is.
always has
He's
been.
always been the
He
one to
beats up people ruthlessly.
but he's been the heel to boo. You know, he's the good character that you want to boo. You want to, but he also can play that. I'm here to help. I'm here to be the man. He's very versatile in what he can do in wrestling. He just has always chosen to go down the path with the likes of Davey Cash and Kevin Castro. And that might not have been the right path to go down.
No
Don't
way.
forget, Castro cost a lot of people a lot of money.
He don't care. He just loves to. He even stole it from Steven the Turtle.
Horrible, horrible, horrible. Let's
Him
move
and
on,
John
though, shall
Howard
we?
need to meet each other.
But shall we move on?
Move on. These are two women who have been recently featured on AEW Dark Elevation the past few weeks, and they become kind of the flagship of New England women's wrestling. Becca will be the leader of the Scrunchy Squad will be defending the NCW Women's Championship against Little Mean Kathleen.
Wow, this should be a great matchup. You know?
And this time it will be plenty of advance and a notice, so we'll get to see an even better match from these two. They know each
Oh,
other so well.
I'm sure little mean Kathleen is ready and now. Um, she's a tremendous athlete coming out of the lockup, trained by Spike Dudley. She is one of a kind. But so isn't Becca, also coming out of Bell Time with Bew Douglas and also now New England Pro Academy with Chase Del Monte. She is a force to be reckoned with. Really dominate New England. Both of these two are the future of the women's professional wrestling. And they're coming head to head here at NCW's WrestleFest 16. And I can't wait because they've been at each other's throats since that title has been announced. And since they were all the Scrungy Squad, little mean Kathleen figured the whole Scrungy Squad won the title. That her title meant her title, and everybody can be champion. Not quite how it works. Okay, Becca won. Becca's the champion. It's Becca's belt. Little mean Kathleen stole it. People are defending it. Proxies. All sorts of things have taken place.
She's
Now,
very hyper. She eats way too much candy, Kathleen.
you never seen Spike, then I guess. But
Oh, I
listen,
have Spike Dudley. Hell yeah.
but let me tell you, this is going to be probably, maybe, potentially the match of the evening. These two women can both give 5-star performances.
And this
I
time
think
they'll
little.
have plenty of time to do so.
I think little Min Kathleen is gonna capture gold here at WrestleFest 16 and become the new NCW's Women World Champion.
I agree with that because Becca is getting so big that she'll want to expand out of New England at some point.
Almost certainly. If not sooner than later. We've been graced to have her here this long, I feel. I mean, honestly, women talent tend to get picked up faster than men, even.
Exactly.
Um, but this is going to be a great women's title matchup. Can't wait for it.
Are you ready
Let's
to move
move
on,
on.
Versace?
Yes, I am.
This match has been a whole pandemic in the making, a whole 2, 3 years in the making. This is a grudge match between Vern Vitale versus the natural Channing Thomas.
I heard Vern Vicalo is back. He's back, and he's actually better than ever. Been a shame, he's had a tough year with the injury and everything, losing the title. The trouble with Shannon, Timmy Thunder, and then you have the fact that he just recently won the tag team title with them.
Yeah, with Lumberjake helping them win that. And they don't like each other at all.
No, these guys are bitter enemies. He hates, hates Timmy Thunder, natural Channing Thomas, whatever you want to call this guy.
Yeah.
Um, you know, we know him as part of the prestigious down in Limitless.
Oh, yeah, we know that name very well,
We
Versace.
do. We've sponsored almost every one of their matches. We've come to. see every one of their matches.
Since
But
BRG has a couple of big boy friends in NCW, what who wants to make bets? Maybe he tries to recruit Mac Daniels to help beat up Vern Vitale, the main attraction.
I don't know. I never seen the main attraction show up in NCW. I have a feeling the main attraction just hangs out now in Florida doing nothing. We're probably getting lunch and dinner for John Alba.
And work out and flexes and looks himself in the mirror saying, you know who it is all the time.
Oh, you know who it is, all right. But you know what? Channing is going to know who it is too, because Vern Vicalo is vicious, and he is out for blood. He is out for destruction. He is out to mangle, destroy, murder, crucify. I don't even know the words to say. Channing Thomas. He's just going to devour him. But at the same time, he has to be careful because he's also tag team champions with him.
Oh, I know it.
So I mean, yeah, it's a very tough call here what to do. You still need him. He is still needed by Vern to defend that title.
Eh, Maybe they'll want to relinquish the titles if they can be added into the main event later that night.
Potentially.
But these two don't like each other at all.
No, they don't. They're bitter enemies, and it's going to be a brutal battle,
Cause
I
a fire
believe.
alarm to go off right before then the world shut down. How ironic.
And they fought a few more times, and more trouble ensued. And the alarm went off again, and there was even more trouble. And then, like I said, the ladder match, and Vern got injured, and it's just been a disaster, a total disaster for Vern. But I think he's gonna. I said he's already made a comeback, but I think this is gonna be Vern's time now. I think he's gonna win this match. He's like I said, he's gonna destroy Channing Thomas. I think he's gonna put that tag team gold out of his mind for a little bit and just
He has
take
to
care
go
of
focus
business.
on some jigsaw puzzles the next night in Maine.
Yes, and I just think he's gonna go and do that there. So it's gonna be one hell of a matchup though.
I am looking forward to that. And are you ready to move on?
I sure am.
You got the New England Championship NCW title defended by the Ace Mike Montero versus an NCW original Riot Kellen Thomas.
I have to say I'm not really a fan of Ryan Kellen Thomas. He's a great wrestler, just not a fan. I'm not a fan of the gimmick. I'm not a fan of him. I am, however, a fan of Mike Montero.
Me too.
Tremendous
Is he
wrestler.
with the Dirt City Murder Crew? Is he not? Are they friends with Medeiros? Are they fighting? Are they friends with the
I don't know.
Vampire?
They've been fighting all year long. They've been fighting each other across the South Shore, I feel, and North Shore, and just everywhere in between. They've broken apart. They've become friends ever since Detox got sidelined with the injury, and people had to lose their titles, and people are moving left and right, and everybody's moving every which way. It has just been a cluster, but there's one thing that stayed the same, and that is Mike's greatness. The Ace is one of the best wrestlers out there today. Multiple time champion in multiple promotions.
Absolutely. He's the proven ground world champion too.
Two-time world champion, that is.
No,
And
three times.
oh yeah. Oh yeah, you're right, is it? It's three times. And and that's what I'm saying. I mean, like I said, Ryan. Now let me just say, like, it's not that I don't like Kellen Thomas. I'm just not a fan of his. I do think he's great. He's a good wrestler. He's an OG. He brings a lot of quality to NCW.
He did
At
kick
this,
off the Big City Rumble, the first live event back since the pandemic.
oh, he has plenty of fans. Don't get me wrong. I think the whole everybody's behind him. Probably I'm the only one that doesn't like this guy. I don't know. I'm just not a babyface
It's
fan.
just how I feel about AC Romero and Limitless. I know exactly how you feel.
I'm just not a baby faced guy, and he's too towny for me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's their towny guy. Like, I don't know. But I am a fan of Mike, and I do think Mike is going to defend it with honor. I mean, I know Ryan Riot is looking for gold, but come on, Mike is smart. Mike is great.
Oh,
Who do you
absolutely.
think's going to take it? Who do you think's going to win to say Wolf?
I honestly think Montero is going to retain here.
There you go. Let's move on to the next match.
And it is the main event. It is for the NCW World Championship between the victorious BRG, oh, I mean victorious BRG, versus the Lumberjake.
The former champion, a former champion rather, um, Brett Ryan Goslin, and he had a tremendous heavyweight world title run in NCW. He's probably one of my favorite actual NCW champions. And
Absolutely. The Lumberjake is a flagship wrestler of NCW. I think he's exclusive to them too, and a rarity in wrestling.
but you know, I but like I said, BRG has made a name for himself in
He's
NCW
always
that he
miserable.
hasn't been able. Sorry, someone's just bothering me with some nonsensical bullshit. Um, but what I'm saying is he's been able to make an impact at NCW that he hasn't been able to really make in Top Rope or in any of the other promotions, and that's the impact of actually winning and becoming victorious, as his name is, Victorious BRG. He actually wins in NCW, and like I said, he was a great champion, and his time came. Now he's been after that gold ever since then. Lumberjake, though, another OG of NCW, and this guy, he had some great fun during the pandemic with FAFO and some other stuff, and I think he really got over more as we didn't really get to see him a lot. He got to be shown a lot during NCW's behind closed doors.
Absolutely. We've seen the Lumberjake really grow, and he became a huge main eventer, and the crowd was so happy when he won. And BRG re entered after he got eliminated with help from the big boys, Ricky Smokes and Brad Cash.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, and like what's going on here? What is that noise? I don't know what's that noise. Some noise. But
Oh,
like I said, this is gonna be one hell of an event here. I don't know. I mean, I think maybe Big is somehow gonna sneak this away and steal the title again.
that would not surprise me. He is very sadistic, always up to no good, that BRG, and never happy either.
No, not at all. Not at all.
He could
Um.
recruit the main attraction too.
Oh yeah.
Uh,
But there, as we said, there is another matchup for the evening as well. One match did get canceled though.
really?
The dog collar match.
Between who?
Well, due to some unforeseen circumstances beyond our control, the upcoming dog collar match scheduled for this Friday night in Dedham has been canceled as Alexander Lee will be unable to compete at WrestleFest. Dallas McCarthy is already calling it a victory for Dylan Nix and dubbing him undefeated at WrestleFest. before even making his first appearance at WrestleFest. With no competition for the Dweller of the Deep, McCarthy has promised to unite the troops of the League of Excellence, Right Stuff Stephen Austin, Flawless Nick Diamond, and Rebound from their loss at the final countdown to take the stable to the next level this Friday in Dedham and show the world just how excellent they are.
Oh wow, I missed one.
It is going to be pretty insolent. And the Right Stuff, Stephen Lust and Nick Diamond is a great team. Great team.
Maybe we'll see Dick Lane.
I don't know. And there is one other matchup that we did not announce, and that is the Good Housekeeping match
Really?
with Isana
Ooh. Suplex Sweetheart.
with Dallas McCarthy in her corner
Oh wow.
versus Jesse Nolan.
Oh wow.
This is going to be a great matchup between these two. Total battle.
Jesse Nolan is a is a huge dojo student in the Pine Strait of Maine. She's gotten a lot of experience.
Oh yeah, most definitely. And like Isana is an OG in the game as well. This is gonna be a heavy hitting, hard hitting matchup at NCW.
Very hard hitting. I think Jesse Nolan does take up the victory though,
I think so. I think Jesse is gonna improve a point here at NCW, and she's here to stay.
because she is a student. She wants to make an impact and impress Randy Carver. So, what a better way to do so than facing the Suplex Sweetheart?
Exactly. Like I said, this is gonna be a hell of a WrestleFest. I can't wait for it.
Oh,
I know
I
you
cannot
can't
wait
wait
either.
for it,
Finally, we're back at home.
and it's gonna be just a great show.
Absolutely, and there's so many talent that haven't even been announced for the show too.
Oh yeah, I'm sure JC Marks got surprises up his sleeve. Can't wait.
Hopefully, we see some old friends too.
We just might. We might. We never know who we're gonna see here at NCW WrestleFest 16.
Oh yeah.
Thank you everybody for listening tonight here at the VSW podcast. Hope to see you out there Friday night. Have a good night, everybody. Versace Stoner out.
Disable out.